What's up, guys? My good friend Adam has way too many peppers from his garden right now. Lucky for me, lucky for you, we're gonna make hot sauce with it. I got two different ways I like to make hot sauce. One with a brine, one with a mash. I'm gonna show you the difference. We'll go over the pros and cons of each. So let's get started. For the brined batch, I'm going to go ahead and use these Fatalii peppers. Sometimes you might want to do a blend of peppers and you get all their different qualities mixed together. You can do that for either a mash or the brine solution. I'm choosing to do I want to do a singled out Fatalii batch because these Fataliis have a pretty unique flavor, according to my friend Adam, who agreed. In fact, I'm gonna try just a little piece of one to see what we're working with here. I know these are fairly hot peppers, so hopefully it doesn't kill me here, but oh yeah. Oh. I want to hit you pretty quick. Pretty dang spicy, but definitely a very bright fruitiness to it. So I think it will make a killer hot sauce. He's right. He suggested I do this one on its own. So I'm going to do that. Ooh, uh-oh. Got me the hiccups. I should not have done that. Maybe I should not have done that. Ooh. It's so coming. Oh man. Alright, so we're gonna get some of these guys washed off, chopped in half, put it here, recover a little bit. I'll be back. Whew, and I'm back. Wow. These guys are no joke, that's for sure. They're 14 to 160 times hotter than a jalapeno. I'm pretty sure this one is 160. That kicked my butt. They do have a really, once you get, past the heat, if that's possible, they definitely do have a floral aspect to it and a very lemony, citrusy flavor. So I think this will make a killer hot sauce. Using the brine method, we'll also tone that heat down a little bit because the heat will kind of diffuse into the brine. We don't use all the brine. So when we take this, we'll take all these peppers out of here and put them through the food processor, but just with a little bit of the brine. And we save that brine for other applications. So I'll just keep that, whatever's left over, as a little bonus kind of vinegar, if you will. And it's good on its own, great, and put it in Bloody Marys or marinades, that kind of thing. So let's go ahead and get started. Well, we just want to fill up this jar as much as we can with these Fataliis. I'm going to just drop them in here and rinse them off. And I'm gonna actually just chop off the stem. Actually, I'm gonna just pull the stems off like this. Here we got it nice and filled up. This is going to be just absolutely beautiful. Go ahead and add our brine. And I thought 3 cups of water would be enough for this with all the peppers I managed to get in here. I'm gonna have to make another cup of brine. I'll go ahead and do that off camera, and then we'll come back and we'll finish off these lemon peppers from a few seasons ago, so you can see the full process. So we'll be right back. All right, and we're back. Now we'll move on to the last step here. I have these lemon drop peppers, also in a 5% solution. These have been sitting in my pantry for about 2 years. Smell fantastic, real strong lemon aroma coming off of them. These are really good peppers on their own. So I'm just gonna try not to waste any of this brine, but strain it here. The rest will just go straight in here. I don't want to waste this much brine. Oh, I wish you could smell the lemon aroma. It's very nice. So, get them all in here. And we'll go ahead and hold back. Maybe I'll put just a touch more of the brine in here. We'll hold most of it back. Look at that beautiful color. Start with that. We can always add more, but we can't take away. Put it on here and go ahead and throw it onto puree setting. Forgot one of the key things. I'm gonna go ahead and just add a touch of xanthan gum to this as well. It's not 100% required. If you don't add it, the sauce will separate out naturally, and that's fine. You just shake it before you use it. So I like to just go ahead and throw it in there, keep that presentation going. I'm just going to go ahead and throw about 1/8 of a teaspoon of xanthan gum in here. Just maybe about a tablespoon or so of this brine. It almost has like a banana smell to it. Really interesting smell. So I'm going to just go ahead and so there we have it. Good stuff. I'm really happy with how this turned out. We'll come back and make a mashed hot sauce. All right, we're back. Time to do the mash version of hot sauce. Mashes are really great for when you have a whole bunch of peppers. So because you can fit a lot more into the container when it's all pureed up. That being said, I have ran into issues in the past of molds forming on them. I think the best way to combat it for me was to put a nice layer of salt on the top. Okay, time out. Wait. Don't do the salt thing. I'm still learning new things here with you guys all the time. So what you can do, instead of salt, you put a layer of plastic wrap down on top of the mash and then weigh that plastic wrap down with a bag full of water. This will create a completely anaerobic environment for your mash, so you won't have to worry about any mold growth at all. And on top of that, now you can completely control your salt content level. What you want to do is weigh out these peppers and then multiply that number by 3%, and that'll give you how much salt you want to add to your mash. You can also, I've seen it recommended that you just stir it every day, and if you stir it every single day, then you won't have the issue of mold forming on the top. Or in Sandor Katz's book, The Art of Fermentation, he just recommends just skimming that mold off the top as you go, as it forms. Pretty gross if you ask me. So my preferred method is to just cover that top layer in salt so you don't really have to worry about mold growing. If you are concerned about mold growing, definitely just go for the brining method. Never had an issue that way. So we'll just do a rough chop of all this stuff. I'm gonna do a blend. I have here the skunk red, super hots, chocolate skunks, the Fatalii peppers, these sort of habanero, they look like habaneros to me, not exactly sure what these are. So I'm gonna do a blend of all those. I'm gonna hold back the cayennes and jalapenos and what are these? The serranos. I'm gonna hold those back, and all these red guys I'm gonna do some cowboy candy with and sriracha. So we still have plenty of peppers that we can work with here. So safety first, these are some super hot peppers. These serranos, these ghosts, these chocolates, and the skunks, super killer hot. So definitely get a glove on for that. And I'm just gonna speed through this as I just do a rough chop and into here. And then, as it fills up, we'll hit the puree button till we can fit some more in here and just kind of work through until they're all gone. Got the mash finished up. I've found a swing top jar that happens to be exactly 1.5 liters, so it should fit this mash perfectly. Let's go ahead and try to get it in there without making too much of a mess. Get the stuff off here. I'm going to go ahead and take the blade out for it a little easier. Really awesome looking color we got here. I'm excited. Oops. And of course I'm dripping everywhere. So we've gassed out our aide here with definitely one of those activities for fan and open windows and all that. Sorry, Miss Aria. One epic batch of hot sauce. That I know for sure. Definitely gonna have a great fruity flavor and set you on fire. Out. So let's get this last little bit. about perfect in here. And that's it. Now I'm gonna go ahead and get a little cleaned up here, and then we'll go ahead and I'll show you the finishing step for the pepper mash with this batch that I have from last year. And really it's about the same color. I think this must have been a blend of red and yellow peppers as well. I thought it was all ghosts, but honestly I can't remember. So we'll go ahead and get that done. I'm gonna take I'll take a little taste of this super hot sauce for you as well. So stick around to enjoy that. All right, we're back. I'm gonna finish off this mashed chili blend here. Again, I'm pretty sure this is all orange ghosts. Cannot remember. It's been a whole year since I made this guy. And what I got here is just a food mill and something to catch it in. If you don't have a food mill, that's perfectly fine. You can go ahead and use yourself just a regular food strainer. But these are a good thing to have on hand. Perfect. I got it just for making hot sauce, but it's also you can when you put like mashed potatoes through here, it makes a really excellent mashed potato. So go ahead and get this in here. This is really the style of like a Tabasco sauce. This is how they do it for those types of sauces. So it, that really thin sort of final product, and you just kind of go like this here, and the final sauce will fall down as all the skins and seeds stay up top here. And the cool thing about doing it this way is once it's nice and dry up top, you just go ahead and take the skins and seeds that are up here and throw them up on the dehydrator, and you got yourself a nice like crushed red pepper. So it's like a no waste scenario here. And your mileage may vary with your food mill. When I first learned about a food mill, I was in culinary school, and we had a really great one. And then I got this one from Bed Bath & Beyond. It does not work quite as well as what I learned with. If you do get you a food mill, again, it's definitely something awesome to have in the kitchen, but you should get you a quality one. Yeah, I would use this one a lot more often if it worked better, that's for sure. So I guess if you never had the chance to use a real industrial one, you might not know what you're missing out on, and you'd be perfectly happy with it, with this one. So maybe you like the one from Bed Bath & Beyond. But I don't know. Oh yeah, don't forget to scrape the bottom. So I got just really like about 1/16 of a teaspoon of the xanthan gum. Just mix it right in here. And if you don't have xanthan gum, it's really not a big deal at all. It's just this will separate on you, and you just got to give it a good shake before you use it. This kind of makes it just a little bit more shelf stable, but it's not at all critical here. So if you got it, use it. If not, don't worry about it. And nice mix in. Really nice consistency here. All right, time to be either really stupid or really brave. I'm not sure, maybe a little bit of both. Go ahead and give this a little try. it's not too killer. I think, I really think when you age peppers like this for a good year plus, the heat mellows out and you're just left with like the flavor from it, but just a lingering burn. Really good sauce. Well done, Nathan. So we'll go ahead and bottle this up and call it a day. Cut back in with you in just a minute. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed all this video of the two primary methods that I use to make hot sauce. The brine method, the mash method. They each have their own byproduct, in which case you get some nice chili flakes that you can throw here. These will go in the dehydrator. In the other case, you get the leftover brine, whatever's not used. End result is, pretty much the same either way. This one's the mash, is slightly more runny. You could get the same sort of results though with the brine by just adding a little bit more of the brine to the end product. Like this one here is really, these are so about the same. So really you can end up with the same end results either way. Two different ways to go about it. As a beginner, I would definitely recommend start out with the brine method. If you have more peppers than you can fit into a jar, the mash method will get you a lot further. So give them both a try out. Tell me in the comments down below which method that you prefer. Thank you very much for joining me. If you found this useful, please like and subscribe so you don't miss out on any future videos. Have a wonderful day. Thank you.